sister. How are you?
Om Shanti, brother. I'm fine.
Mm, okay, sister. Today we are going to see the fifth part of 23rd July 1969 Murli.
Okay.
Let's see it, sister. You can read, sister.
Okay. You must have heard a lot in the body. It is not that because you have heard a lot, it is difficult to stabilize yourself in the point form. The weakness of not being able to stabilize yourself in the point form is that you are weak in the first lesson. You should experience yourself to be bodiless soul while performing actions. You should experience yourself to be a bodiless soul while performing actions. This practice is very much needed throughout the day. You have to be detached from practical matters and then come to into action. The more experience you have of this, the more you will stabilize yourself in the point form. However, very little attention is paid to this. You say that you don't have the time, but you can make the time. If you have the aim, then just as when someone has to go somewhere for a special task, he pays special attention to make the time for it. This is the one special task for the short time of the confluence age that remains. If you consider it to be special task and make the time in between, it can be possible. But because you don't have this practice, your time slips through your hands in just thinking about it. If you pay attention, then as are your circumstances, accordingly you can increase this practice. All of you are weak in this practice.
Okay. In fact, it is not difficult to stabilize yourself in the form of a point.
Mm,
So it's a bhakti where everybody came,
mm,
and obviously Baba will be speaking a lot
mm,
because people love to listen to Baba a lot. So obviously he has to satisfy everybody, so he speaks a lot.
mm,
But that doesn't mean
mm,
uh, you can't imbibe the first lesson, which is
mm,
to stabilize yourself as a point form. If you can't stabilize, there is just one reason. You are very
mm,
weak in the first lesson.
mm,
So especially while you are doing work, first come to the practice of being a point, then come into action. You have to detach yourself from everything. Uh, Whatever action you do, whether it's doing seva or just speaking with the Laukik family, whatever you do, just make sure, am I a point? Am I considering
mm,
myself as a point, or considering myself to be something that's related to the body? I'm the
mm,
husband of this one. I'm the father of this one. I'm the son of this one. I'm the manager of this office. Uh, I'm the servant of this one. So if you identify yourself as a body, then it's going to be difficult. It comes naturally.
mm.
Body consciousness is something that comes naturally. But soul conscious is something you need to put practice. But Baba's children says, I don't have time. Then Baba asked, if you're going to a particular function which you
Mm,
love the most, can you
mm,
say I don't have time? You will
mm.
somehow allot time for it,
Yeah.
no matter how busy you are.
Mm,
Then this is the main important lesson. This is such a special task. This is the only task by which you get the inheritance of heaven for 2500 years.
mm.
So it is because you don't consider it to be
You
special,
have,
and
you
you
have to
don't
make time for this.
yeah,
This is very important.
very important, and this is the only time to earn spiritual income.
Mm,
Laukic income you can earn, but you spend all your life in earning that income. There are many who earn billions, like Rajinikanth. Still, he is busy in earning that income instead of this one. So that's why Baba says. So you don't take it seriously. You don't. Baba says at least once in 1 hour, spend just 4 seconds, for 5 seconds in five Swarup, Soul Swarup, deity Swarup, then in the temple worship form, then Brahmin Swarup and Farista Swarup. Just 5 seconds. Can't you allot even that?
Once
Muslims,
in one hour.
once in 1 hour. Muslims pray 5 times. They go to the mosque and pray.
Yeah.
Baba is not even asking you that. Do whatever you do, just for 5 seconds, leave it and consider yourself to be soul detached from this world. Consider yourself to be the prince of Satyug, detached from Kaliyug. You should not think about Kaliyug. Consider yourself to be a deity in the temple as a point of light. See your devotees as the point of light. Consider yourself to be a student in front of Supreme Soul as a point of light. Consider yourself completely detached from this body and go into the subtle region and be the Farista. Does it take much time?
5 seconds only.
Yeah, don't waste any time in that 1 hour. Obviously, you will be wasting so much time.
Yeah.
So, because you don't take it seriously, you fail in that lesson, which is the basic lesson. That's going to determine how you are going to be there. And one thing I would like to add is Baba in many Sakar Murli says, people think about me when they are in sorrow and pain, not when they are in happiness. So, although it means in heaven nobody is going to think about him, only in hell when we suffer pain, we think about him and start devotion. But it doesn't apply only to non-BKs. It also applies to BK. So when Maya hits us so hard, then we start immediately become soul conscious because the pain is so much. The only way to escape is to be completely detached and go there. So maybe so if you are able to be connected to God when there is nothing happening around you, you can escape the punishment, or else you will be punished, and after punishment you will be remembering God. So what happens is your status is also getting reduced. So why can't you do it right away? Because you have become God not to experience punishment. But it is only when you suffer pain, you automatically go to Baba, the supreme surgeon. So that shouldn't be the case. Even if there is a slight pain, because I think that's the part of Sadguru. Teacher teaches daily. Sadguru knows how to make you do it. So he hits you hard. Suddenly you become so attached to Baba like Markandeyan, who hugs Shivling at the time of his death. So we shouldn't become like that. Uh, then read the rest, sister. Next paragraph.
In fact, it is not difficult to stabilize yourself in the form of a point.
Mm.
It is not difficult to stabilize yourself in the form of point. It's so easy now.
Yeah.
Practice becoming
Yeah, practice is very easy, but you don't
easy.
give it attention.
Attention.
Attention, bringing attention to that practice is where we sleep.
Mm.
Otherwise, it's very easy. The easiest of the yogas. Okay, sister.
Practice becoming detached. The point form is that of being detached anyway. It is incorporeal and detached. When you stabilize yourself in the stage of being incorporeal and detached, you will have the experience of the point form. While walking and moving around, you will be able to experience the angelic stage. Your Your practice will become so easy that you will be able to remain in the avyakt stage whenever you wish. You will then be able to fill yourself with a lot of power in just 1 second's experience. And you will also experience the powers to applying powers of applying a brake and steering. To experience the point form is not difficult. It is just thoughts that bring you down. If you have the power to apply a brake to your thoughts, you will be able to remain in the awake stage for a longer period. If you have to consider yourself to be a soul and remain stable in that stage, when you stabilize yourself in your original stage, you will then experience your virtues. Against your conscious wish, you are able to experience the virtues of a place that you visit. When you visit a cool place, then even if you don't want to, you experience a coolness of that place. This is same. Soul conscious remembrance for there not to be.
So Baba says the point form is not different from being detached. If you
Mhm.
so if you detach yourself from everything, including your body, what remains is just a point, the soul. So that's why the enemy to practice soul consciousness is nothing but the waste thoughts. So you have to
Thoughts.
detach and cut those thoughts. So
Mm.
you have to stop identifying yourself as the body and whatever that comes with the body. So then
Mm.
it's going to be very easy for you to be in the stage of incorporeal and detached.
Mm.
Uh, so when you stabilize yourself in the incorporeal, then you have the experience of the point form. Then no matter what you do, it takes just a second for you to experience the angelic stage. Angelic stage is nothing but totally detached form.
Mm.
So only when you don't have any thoughts about your limited family or limited world will you remain in the unlimited and able to spread vibrations to the unlimited world. So that's the reason Baba asked us to become aware, to come out of that. Even in
Mm.
scriptures, it is mentioned deity's legs won't touch the ground while walking.
Yeah. Yes.
So it represents us. Even
Mm.
in dreams, I used to have many dreams where I fly. So the moment I want to fly,
Mhm.
I will fly. So that's nothing but Parista stage. So
Uh,
only in this angelic stage, uh, where there is a need for the positive vibrations, especially uh, when someone is dying or
mm.
during war
Mm.
times, we'll be going there, spread the positive vibration. And the moment we will have the thought of somebody else, where again the power is needed, in that very second, we will start flying and be there. So
Mm.
for that, we need to stay detached. It's like we are just like a doctor. Doctor
Mm.
doesn't stick to the same patient forever. He visits him, ask him, okay, then he will go to the next bed. So we have to be that detached. You should never be attached to anything. So this practice will
Mm.
make you be in the awake stage whenever you want.
Mm.
And also, by being in the awake stage for a longer time, you will accumulate a lot of power.
Mm.
So, just by detaching ourselves from everything, we will accumulate power. Because by considering ourselves to be souls without a body, then obviously our soul will be filled with power. Because obviously we'll be connected to Baba as well. When you remember us to be a soul, obviously our next thought will be, I'm the
Mm.
son of the Supreme Soul, or he
Mm.
is my father. And also, that we are going to heaven. We are on the travel. It's
On
the
the way to heaven.
pilgrimage. Yeah, it's the pilgrimage of remembrance on the way to heaven.
Mm.
So for that, you need to have the power to apply brake and steering. For that, you need to stay detached all the time, or else it won't work. So if something clogs, then
mm,
your brake won't work, steering wheel won't work. So it has
mm,
to be free of any obstacles. Likewise,
mm,
our mind should be free of any wasteful thoughts
mm,
for us to have the power of applying brake and steering wheel,
mm,
because it's not enough just to apply brake when there is negative thought or waste thought, and also we have to
mm,
steer our thoughts toward positive thoughts,
mm,
towards Baba. So experiencing point form is not at all difficult. It is just
mm,
your waste thoughts that bring you down. So in scripture, the angels don't keep their
mm,
legs, foot on the ground, means they don't
mm,
have any waste thoughts. Only when
mm,
there is a waste thought, they will come down, or else they will keep on flying. I think that's another reason why Baba asks us not to consume
mm,
Rajo Pradhan or Tamo Pradhan diet. They ask,
mm,
Baba asks us to eat only Sattvic diet created on our own hands by being in
mm,
Baba's remembrance, because uh, our body can't tolerate what non-BKs can tolerate because of their
mm,
consuming of meat and many other foods. So but our body will be very light, but we
mm.
can't tolerate the pain, any kind
Yeah.
of pain, even mental pain. It reflects in the body. It creates panic attack. So the only way to safeguard yourself is to always in the flying stage, right? Birds, many birds, they don't find themselves safe when they are in the ground.
Mm,
That's why they don't come to ground. They always stay in the branch. They live, they fly, because down in the earth,
above the ground.
yeah, dogs. There are many animals that catch them.
Mm,
Just like that, the Maya is. So that's why Baba asks us, don't eat that. Only then you will have the pain. Only then you will have the thought of flying.
mm,
So Baba is doing everything for a reason. And obviously, in heaven, we don't eat those things. In addition,
mm,
only if we don't eat that, we will differentiate between right and wrong. If somebody shouts at us, it affects us. But if he
mm,
shouts back at them, it affects more. It
mm.
affects us more. So
True.
when they shout at us, we will think, what should we do so that they don't
Mm,
shout? But at the same time, you should not shout back, because that will trigger them even more.
mm,
So that's one of the reasons Baba asks us to consume only
mm.
sattvic foods. That's why even in Laukik
We have to maintain our
Brahmins,
virtues very
yeah,
soft nature. No, yeah,
people say
let
even
it
Laukik Brahmins won't get angry. Maybe this is the reason.
mm,
And also from right from the beginning, they don't eat any non-veg food, so they don't get angry at all. But we, on the other hand, we have been eating everything before. Now we are all of a sudden we skip everything. So now, and also we had that arrogance. When that arrogance emerges now, our body can't bear that anymore. So the
mm,
only way is to be detached all the time. This is nothing. This is not mine. Baba is going to take care. I'm going to fly. Only when you want to deal with something that's going on here in Laukik or Alaukik family, you will experience pain. Just handle everything to God and fly. That's it. So for that, you need to know when to apply brake, when to steer, when to fly. Um, so you should keep your mind free of any waste thoughts. For that, whenever thoughts emerge, just apply the brake and steer it towards positive thoughts. That's it.
towards Baba,
Then
towards point form and Baba. Mm,
yeah, then you will be able to remain in the avyakt for awake stage for a longer period. So for that, you just have to consider yourself to be a point form, a soul. That's it. I'm nothing more, just a soul.
Mm. Mm.
Only then you will be able to experience the divine virtues of a soul.
Mm.
So if you are able to be a soul without the body, obviously you will not have any arrogance. Only when you have a
Yes.
body, you can do something, you have arrogance. When you are without a body, you can't do anything. Maybe that's the
Mm.
punishment for those who commit suicide or those who wander as ghosts. They will have
Mm.
anger, but they can't express it because they don't have the
Mm.
body. So the only damage they cause is to themselves, not for others. Of course, through thoughts it will happen, but not in that very second. It takes
Mm.
a long time. So for them to feel, to escape sorrow and pain, they should not be in that place.
Mm.
So if they are able to detach themselves, they wouldn't be wandering as ghosts in the first place. So
Mm.
it's a form of punishment. Maybe that's the reason Baba says committing suicide is the biggest sin,
Yes.
for which we will be severely punished as well.
Mm.
So Baba is comparing this to someone who is living in a hot country and visiting a place where there is fully air conditioned.
Mm.
Then, against your wish, you are feeling the coolness of that place.
Fullness.
Yeah. Just like that, if you are able to be in the point
Mm.
form, you will start experiencing the divine virtues. It's like turning the air condition on.
Mm.
So all of a sudden, you will experience the virtues of the soul instead of the body conscious
Mm.
uh, characters. So it has a deep meaning to it. It's only
Mm.
by churning it more and more we will know the
Mm.
truth of it. Then we will be there for however long we want. Okay, sister. So they continue from this is the same. Then
Mm.
read from there.
Yeah,
Mm.
this is the same. Soul conscious means remembrance of the Father. It is not possible for there not to be remembrance of Baba in soul conscious. It is not possible for there not to be remembrance of Baba in soul conscious.
Yeah,
Just as
which means
just as Bab
yeah.
and Dada are not
Mm.
separate, in the
Mm.
same way, a soul conscious intellect that has faith is not separate from Baba's remembrance.
So so Baba says soul consciousness also
Mm.
means the remembrance of Father. So that's what we
Mm.
covered previously. When you
Mm.
remember yourself to be a point of light, obviously, at least at the unconscious level, you will be connected with Baba.
Mm.
So just like Baba and Dada are not separate, soul consciousness and Baba's remembrance is not separate.
Not separate.
So that's the reason in heaven we will be soul
Mm.
conscious, but we will not be worshipping God or remembering God. But still, when we become body conscious and start committing sin and experiencing the pain, immediately
Mm.
we will remember Baba.
Yeah.
Now, actually, we want to be soul conscious. Instead, we remember Baba.
Baba. Yeah.
So that's the funny thing. Uh,
Mm.
so it is impossible for someone to be soul conscious and not to have Baba's remembrance. If you are soul conscious, obviously Baba's remembrance will
Always.
definitely be there. So that's the deepest secret Baba reveals here. So being soul conscious is the first lesson, very important
Mm.
lesson, and final lesson. First and final lesson is this. Uh, okay, go on, sister.
Can you not stabilize yourself in the point form in 1 second? If you were all told in told to practice that drill now. Baba that time giving drill now.
Yeah. So Baba says, is it not possible for you to stabilize yourself in the point form in a second? So Baba asks, okay, be a point form. Just a point form. No thought whether I'm a male, female, Indian or non-Indian. Nothing of that sort should emerge in your mind. So you can do it.
Mm.
So if I ask you to do it now, will you be able to do it? Baba says, yes, obviously we can. So that's why Baba asks us to practice this quite often. No matter what you do, just put everything aside, be a soul part. Because soul can leave the body at any point of time. While you cross the road, while you drive the car, anytime it can happen. So just practice it.
Anytime, anywhere, it
Yeah,
will happen.
yeah. For example, if you are driving a aeroplane, when you are leaving the body, that's it. You can't enter the body again. So there is no point in thinking about everybody, because even if you think, you can't do anything. So at that point, your thinking should only be connected with Baba. I'm a point form. I'm coming there. So that's why Baba asked you to stay detached while doing any work, because after you leave the body, you can't do anything. So why worry about that? So if you practice this while you are in this body, even now you will experience the carefree mind. You will be a carefree emperor. So that's our aim. Okay, sister.
When
Continue.
when you stabilize yourself in the point form, firstly there is the experience of being detached, and you also experience the original virtues of the soul. Also practice this also because there is now very little time and you have a lot of work to do. At the moment you take a lot of time to do a little work. As you progress further, such a time will come that that lives of all of you will become very busy, and it will be as though you have a very little time. You will experience the day and night to be like 2 hours. From now on, practice doing a lot of work in a short time. It is a great power to be able to use your time in a worthwhile way, just as it is not good to waste your energy. Neither it is good to waste your time. The subjects of each you will be revealed. When your subjects are revealed, your status will also be revealed. Each one's subjects and devotees will be revealed. Your future status will be revealed. Before your future status is revealed, the memorial of the form of success in service will be revealed. Such a time will come when you will not be able to earn an income for yourself, but you will become very busy for others. Now, there is very little time for your own income. Later, you will earn your income through serving others. Now, take, take the maximum benefit from the little time that remains. Otherwise, you will remember this time. Therefore, whatever you are like, whatever stage you have reached, the circumstances are not going to change. Do not think that you will earn an income when there is not so many difficulties. There will adopt an even larger form day by day. But even while in those situations, your stage needs to be very strong. This is why you have to pay attention to the time. Be aware of your own form, and then also pay attention to your stage. Acha.
So by practicing the point form, two things happen. First, you experience yourself to be a point of light. Second, you will experience yourself to be the embodiment of original virtues of the soul, which is love,
mm,
peace, blissfulness, and purity. So you need to not only consider yourself to be a soul, in addition, you also have to remember the qualities of the soul. So that's
mm,
the sparkle of the soul, that
mm.
blissfulness, love, pure love,
Love,
peacefulness.
peace, purity,
Yeah.
bliss,
Mm.
knowledge, power, happiness.
Yes.
7. Mm,
Yeah, we are filled with that. Then, and also there's a need to practice this now than never, because there is very little time, but you have a
mm.
lot of work to do.
What to do?
That's very essential. So, but what you are doing now is just for doing little work, you are taking a lot of time. You don't know
Mm,
the value of time. That's what Baba says. So this
mm,
comes in Ramayan. Sugriv is supposed to help Ram. Once Ram defeats his brother Wali in the battle. So as Ram promises, he kills Wali. Now Sugriv is supposed to help Ram, but he has attained the kingdom now. Instead of helping Ram, what he is doing is he is enjoying the
uh,
girls dancing, music, having wine,
mm,
and Ram get
mm,
angry. So then he
mm,
realizes, then he
mm,
asks sorry, then he goes with Ram to rescue
mm,
Sita.
mm.
Likewise, so Baba has made us the king already. The moment we take this knowledge, Baba is crowning us as T Narayan. But it is because of our carelessness we are losing that.
Yeah.
We have a lot of
Mm,
Sitas to be rescued
mm,
in many countries, even within India.
mm, mm.
There are many who doesn't know. Even if they
Yeah.
know about Brahmakumaris, they don't know what they teach. They know
Mm,
Brahmakumaris means Shivani. Shivani means positive
mm,
thinking. They don't know it is God who is teaching us.
mm.
He is asking us to consider as a point of light and to remember Him. That's the only way to wash away the
Mm,
sin. So we can
mm.
live to the new world. Nobody knows that.
Yeah.
Even in Brahmakumaris,
That
it's
is the
number
main
wise.
point. Remembrance of the God and consider ourselves
Ourselves
to
to
be
be
a
soul.
point
Yeah,
of light.
that's the main
That
thing.
is the main point.
That's
Mm,
something nobody knows. Even BK Shivani fans do not know it, non BK fans. So we have a lot of work to do. Okay, she has made it easy because when they ask, where are you from? We can say, don't you know Shivani? Oh, you're from that Om Shanti group. So she has done her part very well. Now it is our part to take it ahead, take the service ahead. So,
Om Shanti meaning is also the like that, no? Om
mm,
means I am a
I'm a
Atma,
soul.
point of light.
Yeah. But they think it's what we say.
Mm,
So they say you are Om Shanti group. Okay. So uh, you got a lot of work to do, but you don't know the value of the time. Just to do a little work, you take a long time and you feel satisfied. You are boasting yourself, wow, I have done this, we have done this, so we have given knowledge to this person, that person. You don't know how many are there thirsting for this knowledge. Just because we are careless, they are behind those spiritual gurus,
mm,
be it Jaggi Vasudeva or Sri Ravi Shankar. There are many babas, human babas. That shows our carelessness.
mm,
So as you progress further, your life will become so busy that you will have absolutely no time for doing uh, self improvement. So that's the reason Baba, because while doing seva, it becomes success only when you are in the soul conscious stage. If you don't practice
mm.
it now, when will you practice? Then no matter what, how you shout, it's not going to impact them. So just like us, even we feel for wasting our young days without learning Hindi. So we spend so much time now, or else we would be directly giving knowledge in Hindi, so that knowledge will be throughout India. But we don't know Hindi because we have wasted in our college. Most of them were Hindi speaking people, but I would speak with them in English. But that's a very golden chance to learn Hindi. But I didn't know the value of it. Just like that, you will know the value of this time at the later stage when everybody comes to you, but you don't have that power. You have wasted your time. So if you
We
are not
can't
so,
manage that time. We can't manage all the persons, no.
yeah. And also, it is impossible to become soul conscious just like that when you are busy with seva. So you have to practice it every now and then. Only then your hero will create an impact in his heart. Or else they listen and go. That's it. So that day you will worry for this day. You will think about this day. So this is the time to equip yourself. You don't go into the battlefield and suddenly you realize, oh my God, I haven't practiced enough. So what will happen in the middle of the battlefield when you don't know to fight? So that will be the condition at the end if you don't practice it now. So during those times, the 24-hour period that includes day and night will be just like flying like 2 hours. That is, you will be so busy. So that's the reason now itself you should have the practice of doing a lot of work in a short time. You should finish. So that comes with being soul conscious. Because if you're not soul conscious, you will feel tired. But if you are soul conscious, you don't feel tired at all. That's the reason he is linking being soul conscious to doing a lot of work. Or else you will feel tired. You can't do as much work as you should. So, Baba says it's a great power to use your time in a worthwhile way. That needs power to make use of every single second of this confluence age. So, people lack that power. So, that comes by being soul conscious. Then, everybody knows it's not good to waste your energy. Baba says it's not good to waste your time, also, dear. Energy is also precious, time is also precious. Don't waste it in unnecessarily. In speaking about limited things and gossiping about others, this is not the time for that. Or else you will repent later. Instead of practicing it, I spent so much time in speaking about others. So once you are done with creating your subjects, then they will be revealed and your status will be revealed. Your devotees will be revealed. Everybody will be revealed. And before that, your memorial of the form of success in service will be revealed. That is, which temple represents you, whether it's Tirupati Balaji temple, whether it's something else, it will also be revealed based on what you do, your devotees, everything will be revealed. So, if you have made use of this time very nicely, then you will be very happy at that time when you see those visions, or else you will be so depressed, like you are suffering for the whole lifetime. So that's why it's hundredfold punishment for wasting our time. So during that time, not during that time, before that, you will be busy doing service for others instead of earning an income for yourself because you will have no time. When there are thousands of people waiting in line, you can't say, I'm going to do yoga. You have to do service then. So Baba says you will be doing service throughout the day and night,
mm,
then you
mm,
will sleep in the next day. Just like police job. Police, they say it's like that for 18 hours or something. So,
mm,
and you wouldn't worry about having bed, comfortable bed or anything. You'll be just using the rock as your pillow and sleep in the mountain. So those times will come.
mm,
So now there is very little time. Take the maximum benefit. When nobody is doing service,
mm,
this is the
mm.
time to accumulate as much as possible. Just like bright
Yes.
students will do, they will wake
Mm,
up in the night when everybody else is
mm,
sleeping and start reading.
mm. Exactly.
In the evening, they will make fun with others, but they will be
Mm,
conscious. They will be conscious of their studies. They will keep alarm, they will wake up and do it, and they will be scoring good marks. And their friends will be like, he played with us,
mm,
but he is scoring good
mm,
marks.
mm,
So while he was playing with you, you played with him. While he was studying, why you were sleeping? That's the same applies here. So there
mm,
is very little time. Make use of it. Now you have golden opportunity of internet, this
mm,
YouTube, Facebook. There are several platforms. Just it's created for us. Make full use of it because the day will come when there won't be no electricity, no internet. So that will be the time for doing mind service. Then you can't do this service. So you have to do all three types of service at the same time, using your mind, using your word, using your powerful drishti. You have to do
mm,
seva.
mm,
Now, so otherwise, don't think that there will come a time when I can earn my income because the situation is going to get more and more difficult.
mm,
Maya will take a large form because Ravan keeps on growing every year. So it will increase day by day. The storm of Maya will be such that, see, nobody does service during the flood in Chennai or anywhere in Tamil Nadu because at that time you won't even think of doing seva. So
mm,
now is the right time. Do it.
mm,
Maybe in Kerala landslide, maybe for several years, someone near that
mm,
would be thinking, I should give knowledge to this area, to this area. They keep on thinking, but they didn't do it. Once the landslide has happened, they would feel so
mm.
guilty for not giving this knowledge. Okay.
They
So,
lost the chance.
yeah, that's why Baba says, even
Mm,
in those bad situations, your stage should
mm,
be very strong because that's the time you should do mind service. You should always
yeah.
be a server. Even in
Mm,
flood, when you are filled with flood and you are in the third storage,
mm,
still you should be able to spread
mm.
vibrations. Even at that time,
Yeah.
you should be worried about doing this service.
Mm,
So for that, your stage should be strong. For that, you need to be detached. That's why Baba says you have to practice this point form. You can't practice it
mm,
later because the situation will become worse. There will come a time where your family members die right in front of your eyes. If you can't detach yourself now, you can't detach then.
mm.
Then somebody else have to give you power. So is that why we have become a Baba's child? We are the bestower, not the receiver. So pay attention to this time to make yourself strong.
Mm. This is the very golden time. Short time
Golden
only
time.
remains.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is a very good Murli cautioning us about our carelessness, about how we underestimate the value of this time. It's amazing. Let's see in the next video, sister. Om Shanti. Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you all
Shanti.
for
Thank
watching.
you.